Welcome back to another match reaction. Arsenal have just beaten Brighton 3 goals to 0. And what turned out for me, I was very nervous for this game, I'll be honest, but it turned out to be a very comfortable result. But the game, the performance, we're gonna get into everything. Make sure you subscribe, make sure you like the video, and yeah, look, let's get into it. So when the first lineup first came here, I was surprised with a few players. I was surprised firstly Zinchenko kept his starting position, and I was surprised of seeing Jorginho get back into the team. I really thought Thomas Partey was going to be back into the team, but I think Arteta is reserving Partey with the limited amount of with his injuries, his unfortunate record of injuries. I think Arteta is basically just trying to manage Thomas Partey the best way as possible, and I think he realized today wasn't a game that he needed to risk Thomas Partey. I think he is saving Thomas Partey for that Bayern Munich game. And look, it worked out. We played well. Jorginho played well. Of course, we saw the reintroduction of Jesus back into the team. Now, for me, Jesus, firstly, the lineup, I didn't have a much issue with the lineup. The only position that I was a bit uncomfortable with was with the left back. Now, Zinchenko, when Zinchenko first came, he was one of my favourite players. I loved how good Zinchenko is, especially how comfortable he is on the ball. But unfortunately, as time has gone on, I think Zinchenko's deficiencies have been highlighted a bit more. I don't know, maybe it's because of a lack of match fitness. Maybe that's the reason why. But I just feel like nowadays Zinchenko is he's unfortunately a target in our Arsenal team. Now, when you saw Brighton play constantly, that the number 24, Adrian, or whatever his name was, they kept constantly attacking that left-hand side because they saw Zinchenko was a weakness. Zinchenko himself, I'm very surprised with how he's performing because I know how good he is on the ball. I've always known that Zinchenko defensively is not the best, but one thing that makes up for his defensive abilities is how good he is on the ball, his ability to pick a pass. But it looks like recently he's not been able to play as good as he has been as we have remember seeing him. So apart from that, I think the team, I think the lineup, I didn't have a much issue. The game itself, until the penalty, I'll be honest, I think we had a lot of chances, but until the penalty, I was struggling to see where we get that goal. There were so many moments where I felt like we were going to score, but either we just took too long or we just made the wrong decision. And Brighton in the first half, they were really good for the first 30 minutes. They had a lot of chances, and especially that number 10, I don't know what his name was, he was a constant threat. And we got the penalty. There's no debate, that is 100% penalty. We did get a bit of luck gaining the penalty because I will admit, I think when the penalty went in, I think the players, they got a bit more confident, and you could see we started playing a bit better. But I do feel even before the penalty, we had so many chances, and I thought maybe it was going to come back to haunt us. I mean, first half we had 2-3 good chances, but I think should we had finished it maybe on a different day, we could have been 2 or 3 nil up in the first half. The top of my head, that Saka chance in that first half where he blitzed the left back, cut in, and unfortunately shot wide. There was a few moments with Havertz, Odegaard, but look, it is what it is. We ended the first half, and second half, I think it was a bit of the same again. Brighton were attacking, but I think they just lacked a bit of quality. And of course, we saw Jorginho with a nice assist. I mean, when do we ever see Jorginho overlap? Never in my life have I seen Jorginho do an overlap. Brilliant, a little nice tidy finish by Havertz, and then of course we got the third goal after a lot of I think it was just Brighton just trying to push men forward and they got caught out in the back. But look, it was a brilliant win, and I think what just highlights it is our defense. Like, this is the most solid defense we've had in a while. I think today, when we were 2-0 up, inside myself I was thinking, no matter what happens, we are not going to concede. Like, Brighton were trying everything, but Gabriel and Saliba were just literally eating everything up. Everything that was thrown in the box, we cleared it out. David Raya with a brilliant saves. David Raya, this guy deserves more praise. He came under a lot of scrutiny when he first signed for Arsenal. A lot of media, a lot of even Arsenal fans were questioning his signing. Why did we sign David Raya when we already have Aaron Ramsdale? And Raya has shown why he is number one. This guy has been performing every week. And I think he's on a record as well to become the first Spanish goalkeeper to keep something clean sheets or consecutive clean sheets. This guy has shown why he is number one. And bear in mind, Brighton, don't just brush aside this with Brighton haven't lost. I think they've lost only one game in their stadium, and it shows how good they have. How good they are at home, and for us to go win 3-0, yeah, comfortable result as well. Yes, there were some moments, but I think we done very well. Just shows how far we have come, because if we reverse the time, if we go 1 year back, Brighton came to the Emirates and slapped us 3-0 and ended our title hopes. And now 1 year forward, we come in a completely different Arsenal side. Hopefully, I'm not speaking, I'm not getting too ahead of myself, but it looks like a completely different Arsenal team. More experience, the defense is way better. We got like our key players are coming back in as well. Tomiyasu, our bench players are stepping up. Trossard, Martinelli, who's still to come back fit. But it's a really exciting time to be an Arsenal fan. But yeah, I think for so many years, we've lacked a core spine. Last year, we had the Gabriel Saliba, we had the Thomas Partey and Granit Xhaka. But this year, it just feels like with 1 more year experience, the players are just much better, they're more comfortable, and I do believe that this Arsenal team is destined, hopefully in the future, to do something. Maybe not this season, but I am confident in this Arsenal team, because I mean, we are now, I think it's 11 games, 10 wins. Any other season, you are top of the league with that. You are top of the league with those type of results. Boys, man, brilliant performance, and credit to Mikel Arteta as well, man. He's taken us really far. Hopefully we continue, but there's no time to do it, because I think the next game is Bayern Munich. But yeah, man, shout out to these players. Like the video, subscribe if you're new, and I'll catch you guys next.